Now I'm looking forward to a speech by Councillor Manju called Boosting Your Country's Economy. Manju is a councillor for London Borough of Croydon for 16 years. She was the chair of Health and Wellbeing Board at London Borough of Croydon and was the cabinet member for Communities, Safety, Scientific and Engineering Software Technology at the University of Greenwich, and worked as software engineer for 17 years. Manju founded a registered charity called MS Foundation for Mental Health, which celebrated its 5th anniversary at the House of Lords in June 2022. She has recently completed her PhD in Integration of Health and Social Care in Mental Health at the University of Greenwich. Please welcome Councillor Manju.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for that kind introduction, very detailed. So, thank you for inviting me to the UK's Investors Summit in this auspicious venue of House of Lords. The last time I was here was celebrating my charity's 5th anniversary, hosted by Baroness Paula Udine, and I'm here being part of this UK Summit. Congratulations to Ashin and everyone from World Safety Forum for organizing this summit by bringing many businesses together. Very pleased to see a lot of new faces, and I'm sure I'm looking forward to meeting them individually during lunchtime and later on. I have a short presentation to go through. So my talk today is going to be boosting our country's economy. And economic growth is often driven by consumer spending and business investment. As a councillor for London Borough of Croydon, which is the largest London borough by population, I hear from my local residents about how impossible it is to find financial hope. Even if your job hasn't been directly impacted, you likely feel for friends or family members who are left without work and struggling local businesses you know and you love. I was born and brought up in Kerala, in India, and I know a number of people in this room are from Kerala. Very proud to see all of you succeeding in any way in UK, in other parts of the country and the world. I have completed my degree in mathematics from the local Srinarayana College before migrating to UK to join my husband. I have been a councillor for Croydon for the past 16 years, elected again for the 5th term last year. I know what you're thinking, she doesn't look that old. But having lived in India and UK and connected with many countries and many people from different countries, today I am going to talk about boosting your country's economy. Thank you. So, economy and recovery can't be mentioned without addressing COVID-19 pandemic and its impact. The pandemic has had a significant impact on our economy, especially for the evening and nighttime economy, retail and leisure. I have seen the impact firsthand as I was a cabinet member for economy and jobs for Croydon during the pandemic. However, there are positive signs emerging in Croydon's economy, with businesses starting to innovate and change their business models and people starting to return to their business premises. And in terms of the support we have provided in Croydon, we have given out £115 million of business grants supporting 18,000 businesses. We had the furlough scheme, which was a national initiative, Eat Out to Help Out. We have supported home-based businesses because when we were talking to some of the local businesses, the home-based businesses never got any support, and also Black and Asian minority businesses, because they don't know how to complete the form often. So we as a council have to support them in order to complete the form to make sure that they make that application. Next slide. Thank you. We know that businesses are starting to look at this use of space differently. Most councils have economic development team and the investment team. within their economic development team. We have seen a significant rise in inquiries from inner city businesses looking to negotiate better deals in suburban areas where they have access to skills across the region and great connections into London, down to Brighton with access to rail, M25 and international airport. Slide. So the service sector, which accounts for approximately 80% of UK GDP, had to suddenly adapt to empty offices with nearly 4 out of 5 employees working from home in powerhouse sectors such as professional services. When you compare a scenario in which office-based workers eventually return to working in the office, a scenario in which they continue to be universally advised to work from home, could see the UK's GDP being 15.3 billion lower per year. This could attribute to lower spending on goods and services when working from home directly or indirectly. It is estimated that the negative impact on hours worked is equivalent to 250,000 jobs per year in full-time equivalent terms. UK government has also initiated a campaign to return to work. Next slide. So, I just wanted to mention about survival of SMEs. I know a number of businesses here are well established. There are some SMEs in this room as well. So London, the only financial capital to rival New York, still appears subdued on a working day. Many floors of towers in Canary Wharf remain empty, while many businesses in the city of London remain shuttered. So when I talk to local businesses, they tell me about the main issues being rents and business rates. So what we have introduced to support the businesses in Croydon is Good Employer Charter. So this is a charter we ask all the businesses in the borough to sign up to, which is based on 4 principles: paying the London living wage. Most of the business can't afford it, I understand. Employ local, buy local, and also promote equality and diversity. Croydon Means Business is another initiative we have brought in. We have organized over 400 business events. All the events are free, supporting 5,000 businesses, and as a result, Croydon won the Best Small Business Friendly Award. We have introduced the business rate relief. We have provided over £1 million of business rate relief to small business in the borough. International delegations, as there are a number of international businesses in this room, we have invited many delegations from India, China, and Japan and other countries to come over to the local authorities and share their stories and see how we can benefit each other. And there are metro mayors. There are 26 metro mayors across the UK, and local authorities and metro mayors can attract international interest from organizations to invest in UK and vice versa. And I'm sure I would like to have a conversation with Asin at some point to see how this organization can connect to the metro mayors and also the local authorities to bring that international investment. Next. So in most countries, we are seeing growth with new buildings being completed. Construction and regeneration is still strong in the area, although we cannot ignore the challenges that constructions are facing: rising costs, recruitment and material shortages. The continued construction program offers opportunity and growth if we are clever. As a local authority, our role is to create as many opportunities as possible through our levers. Often this can be through planning, licensing, economic development and investment. Good examples this can be seen with Section 106, flexible planning and licensing support that enables businesses to use space and differently. Skills are key to boosting our economy. Vacancy rates remain high across the UK, with more than 40% of employers finding it difficult to fill jobs. Yet, at the same time, 35% of the workers feel they do not have the skills necessary to undertake their current role, never mind the jobs of the future. The inaugural OECD, which is the Organizations for Economic Cooperation and Development, Local Skills Week, which took place, brought together over 1,000 participants from 98 countries to discuss the range of issues related to the current skills agenda. The theme of the event was "Delivering skills cannot be fulfilled at the national level, that instead we have to focus on the regional and the local approaches where employers can work with providers to address the challenges of the future of workplace. I also wanted to mention about the South Bank University, which we brought to Croydon. We have been trying to bring a university to Croydon for the last 25 years, and under my leadership as a cabinet member, I have brought that to Croydon. And the Labour Party, as I belong to the Labour Party, I'm a Labour councillor and was the Labour mayor, has made a pledge to double the number of medical schools, train 10,000 more nurses and midwives a year, double the number of district nurses who join the NHS, and train 5,000 more health visitors. It is important to create that proper employment pathways with the colleges. They are really important for the local economy. And there is also some work to look at those people that have been made redundant to help them transfer the skills. India and UK have a strong bilateral economic relationship with great potential for growth in both goods and services. Besides bilateral trade, investment is also a key part of India-UK economic relationship. India is the second largest investor in the UK, while UK is the sixth largest investor in India. So myself and I'm also part of Labour Friends of India. We recently had a meeting with the High Commission to talk about that bilateral collaboration and partnership working. And the High Commission is also organizing a number of events, which include the Investors Showcase. The last event was held on the 9th of February this year, and there was a panel discussion on infrastructure and green mobility and financing, which saw experts from Invest India, UK India Business Council, London Stock Exchange Group, which deliberate on the opportunities in key sectors in India. So there will be a FinTech conference which will be planned on the 29th of March this year. So if anyone would like to take part and be part of that event, do let me know. I'm happy to connect you with the High Commission, the right person at the High Commission. Economies do not stand still, and some sectors will benefit while others, like oil, gas, which will decline. These changes will have implications for jobs and training. By reaching net zero emissions, the risk of climate change, the associated negative impacts on the economy will be reduced. I also want to mention about the digitalization, which is fundamentally changing economy and our society. It drives the entrepreneurial innovation, productivity, and regional economic growth. It also has implications for growth, the labor market, and political implication. So I just wanted to, before I finish, I just wanted to, this is the penultimate slide. I wanted to talk about invest in what you believe in. Hearing from my friend Melody, very inspirational, you talked about giving back to the communities and also giving back to the people who can't afford to continue with their lives. So hence I just wanted to touch on the charities. I also wanted to say, just invest in what you believe in. I just listed some of the areas that people in this room have invested in. But one of the things I have invested in my life in UK is charity. So 5 years ago, I set up a registered mental health charity called MS Foundation, called Manjusha Hunamith Foundation for Mental Health. It's a registered charity. We are organizing free events in Croydon and in South London. We have about 47 volunteers, no paid staff. Over 300 free events that we have organized. We run a regular dementia cafe in a local church. We feed about 100 homeless people every month. It was 70, but due to the recent cost of living crisis, it has increased to 100. So I just wanted to talk about invest in what you believe in. Charities are also economic agents with a collective expenditure of 55 billion and play a vital role in supporting people to work. Households, they are faced with multiple pressures as cost of living rose and the government ended the universal credit uplift and furlough scheme. Increasing energy prices, choosing between heating and eating, increasing interest rates can have disproportionate impacts within and across generations as the debt, such as mortgages, loans, become more expensive. Charities are providing support to the general public when people are struggling. And this is the last slide. So also wanted to talk about celebrate life. So in our busy life, we often forget about celebrating life. So enjoy in what you believe in, enjoy in what you can. And I just wanted to also touch on some of the festivals and the Queen's Jubilee that we have celebrated and how much how it has boosted the economy. So the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebration has brought 6.37 billion boost to the economy. The benefits of festivals and arts and culture are similar to those of for tourism in general. Tourism has the opportunity to bring communities together and instill a sense of community pride and knowledge of the history. The social benefits of festivals are less visible and they are just as important. It is fair to say that festivals foster community pride, teach people new things and strengthen relationships. I wanted to finish there, but do come and talk to me, and I'm happy to come and talk to you as well during lunchtime and afterwards, so that we can connect and see how we can benefit the communities and make a difference to people around us. Thank you.